Hi, and welcome to Esther's Gardening Adventures. I'm Esther, and today I'm going to talk about why my arm hurts. And it is gardening related. I just thought I'd share a little quick thing. So this past weekend, I went to visit my parents who live about an hour away. They both have been vaccinated, and we were going to be outside, so I wore a mask when we were indoors together. And I went to help my mom, and I'll show some pictures at the end of this. I went to help my mom. She has a plot in a community garden, and she saw how well my raised beds did, and she's has to kind of change up the method for her beds. So we decided to try raised beds for her, square foot beds. And so I went down, and I guess it's out. Anyway, I went to visit her. We went to Home Depot and Lowe's and bought the wood, and there's these concrete blocks you put in the corners to put the wood in, to fit the wood in. And we bought compost and peat moss and perlite, probably more bags than we ended up needing actually. And they're beautiful beds. And the community gardens that she is at has several different huge horse stall size compost bins that people will put their yard waste in and other things in, and people in that community garden are not supposed to use like pesticides or any weed killer or anything like that. So it's supposed to be like organic and healthy and safe. And so it wasn't a hot day, but it was a lot of work because the beds are like on her beds are like over here, and this community garden is huge. And the compost bins that are mature, she has a compost bin that's within like 5 feet of her space, but it's one of the ones everybody's filling up this year, so it's not ready yet, unfortunately. And they have a great thing where they offer up, they have all kinds of supplies, like wheelbarrows and other things. So we got shovels and wheelbarrows, and we took the wheelbarrows out to the compost, shoveled it up, and took it back as one of the pieces of compost to fill up her bed. And it definitely was like mixed bag. Some of it was really nice and powdery and dark. Some of it definitely was clay-like. In Maryland, there's a lot of clay-heavy soil. And obviously some people had dug up their beds or had had just thrown dirt in the pile as well. But, it was enough of a mix that we felt pretty good using it. Well, I didn't bring gloves with me, and I generally don't use gloves when I'm mixing compost and when I'm mixing my beds because, it's coming from a bag. It's generally pretty safe. Now, there could be stuff in it or whatever, but it's fine. And, we would have noticed if this thing was big enough, but I had my fingers in mixing together the soil, and all of a sudden I felt something very painful. You can probably barely see the little bit left of a puncture mark on my finger, like right there. I don't know if you can even see it. It's just tiny now because it's mostly healed. Right there, little tiny puncture mark. Right there. Anyway, and I pulled my hand back and I took a shovel and reached down in, and there was a metal, I don't even know what it, because it didn't have any letters on it, but it was like a metal sign. It was about this big, and it was, the other half of it was covered in tiny, like 1/4-inch spikes, little sharp spikes. And it was rusty, not hugely rusty, but rusty enough. And because it was just, it was like the day after spring, the community garden had not turned on the water to the water spigots there. And so I tried spitting on it. I poured diet soda on it to rinse it off. But it was, we were working in the mud and it was bleeding. It wasn't bleeding bad, but, it has been easily 10 years since I've had my last tetanus shot. I don't even know how long it's been. I might have gotten it when I went to Vietnam like 12 years ago. But honestly, I think the last time I got a tetanus shot was when I was like probably a teenager, or like when my parents were still responsible for my health care and made sure I had my shots. And so the next day I thought about it and I said, okay, it was rusty. It did puncture and cause a bleeding. And I felt silly going into the doctor's for a little tiny cut on my hand. But I really didn't want to end up with tetanus or lockjaw or any of that stuff. And the doctor said, oh yeah, you have apparently up to 72 hours, basically 3 days, to get the shot before the tetanus can actually kick in, before you'd have a tetanus reaction from a cut or from whatever, stepping on a rusty nail for whatever reason. My mom also said something about you can get tetanus from a rose thorn or something. I don't know. I didn't look it up, so don't take my word for that on that. But, so they gave me the shot, and honestly, the needle wasn't bad. Didn't really hurt the first day, but that was Monday, and today is Wednesday. And last night it was a little bit sore, but today it's not comfortable. It doesn't look too bad. You can kind of see it's red. You can see where the shot went in for my tetanus shot, and it's kind of red all around it. But it's swollen and hard and hot, and I had an ice pack on it to just try to help cool it, and I've been taking ibuprofen to help keep the swelling down. I had an ice pack on it, and when I took the ice pack off, the center of it was still hot. That shows you how hot this thing is. The last time I had pain like this, and I know with the COVID vaccine, it can be really bad, and I understand why, because I think they're both intramuscular shots. But it feels like I got, the last time I had a pain like this was when I got a bee sting, a really bad one where the bee got trapped between my pants and my thigh swelled up and was hot like this. And that's what it feels like. Anyway, I'm not asking for pity. I don't feel bad about it, but I thought I'd mention, this will take care of me for 10 years, that I won't have to worry about getting tetanus. And I'm definitely going to wear gloves if we're using free compost from my mom's community garden, or if I'm digging into an area I haven't dug into before, because I don't want to hurt myself like I did. I just thought I'd mention, if you're a gardener, do try to be careful, and if you do get pricked, make sure you get a shot. And it probably wouldn't hurt to make sure you're updated on your tetanus and other things, because gardening does involve your hands a lot. So anyway, just thought I'd share a little vlog entry with you guys about my poor shoulder. And I'm doing fine. Everything's fine, but I'm hoping the pain will go down in the next day or two, because I was toughing it out, but yeah, not the most comfortable thing in the world. Anyway, love to hear your painful shot experiences, or if you've had close calls with stuff like that, being careful in the garden. And I've also heard of people finding things in potting mix, so I'm definitely going to try to be more careful and wear gloves, even though it's so fun to have your hands in the soil. I think to avoid, I won't have to have another shot like this for 10 years, but to avoid cutting myself or other things, I'm probably going to start wearing gloves. And that means I need to buy a better pair than I have now. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you aren't already a subscriber, please consider doing so. And otherwise, I'll see you next time, but stick around for just a few shots that my mom and I took while preparing her garden bed. And I hope to go back in a couple weeks, and maybe this time I'll actually videotape it and share some of that with you. All right.